Hey, you want to travel to Europe but you have a very low budget? No worries. There are destinations in Europe when you can travel to with little money and still have a great time. Let's go. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button at the end of the video. Looking for sand and sun in the Mediterranean, but lacking the funds to visit Capri or the Côte d'Azur? You can locate sun-drenched beaches that haven't been impacted by modern development by simply traveling further east. Albania remains one of Europe's best-kept secrets and one of the more affordable nations. Soaring grey mountains surround the turquoise water and golden sand of its southern Ionian coast. Sit-down restaurants are very affordable in Albania, but cafes and casual eateries even more so. Local bakeries are another great option to save money, as you can pick up a number of local pastries, including the traditional spinach and cheese-filled burek for pennies to carry as snacks for the day. In most places in Albania, accommodation can cost less than €10 per night, making it one of the cheapest places to visit in Europe. In the Albanian Riviera, the prices are more expensive, but still far more affordable than one would expect, with good hotels and resorts costing an average of about €50. The estimated daily expenses in Albania would be between 20 and €30. With good cause, Bulgaria frequently leads lists of the most affordable nations in Europe to visit. To begin with, Bulgaria is still mainly unknown to tourists, with the exception of those who come during the summer for a budget getaway by the Black Sea. Even then, you'll only have to pay a fraction of what you would in Western Europe for lodging, transportation, and entertainment. Prices drop significantly during the off-season, and you can travel, eat, and go skiing for a tenth of what it would cost in the West. The Central Balkan Nations Park tops the list for excellent treks and spectacular vistas. Bulgaria's rural areas are home to castles, towns, and hiking routes. Outside of the summer, hotels in Bulgaria are especially affordable, and many offer free shuttle service in addition to free breakfast. Budget travelers can easily find Bulgaria accommodation that costs less than €20, with some of the cheapest options even going as low as €10. The estimated daily expenses in Bulgaria are between 20 and €30. Romania is one of the least expensive travel destinations in Europe, particularly if you want to hike in the Carpathian Mountains or are primarily interested in seeing the countryside. If you reserve a sightseeing day trip or don't mind taking a long train out of Bucharest, even a trip to Brasov, the location of Dracula's 14th century Bran castle, can be extremely reasonably priced. Most of the time, grocery shopping is not worthwhile because eating out is affordable and filling in Romania. Local delicacies like sarmal, cozonac, or mamaliga are inexpensive, frequently available at street food vendors, and a terrific opportunity to sample some Romanian cuisine quickly. Hotel and hostel accommodations range from €10 to €30, so you can pick whichever fits your budget. The estimated daily expenses in Romania are between 30 and €40. Croatia, a stunning nation with countless pristine beaches, ancient walled cities, and untamed karst peaks. Undoubtedly, Dubrovnik may be extremely expensive. However, outside of these Game of Thrones cities, this Mediterranean paradise is unexpectedly one of the least expensive to travel to in Europe. Spend some time admiring the electric blue lakes and waterfalls' pure natural splendor before taking the hiking trails into the lush, untamed woodlands. Since hotel rooms can cost up to twice as much, backpackers on a tight budget can stay at a hostel in the city for around €15 per night. Croatia is slightly more expensive than the other nations on this list, but it's still reasonably priced for a romantic trip in the Mediterranean. The estimated daily costs in Croatia are between 30 to €50. Portugal should not be overlooked while looking for the cheapest European nations to travel to. The picturesque location is possibly the most affordable country in Western Europe, despite costs on this side of the continent rising. Travelers normally spend about €15 for hostels and 35 for cheap hotels. In Portugal, which is a little more expensive than in Eastern and Central Europe, But since eating out is reasonably priced in both Porto and Lisbon, you'll save a ton of money on food. Prices even further decrease when you go to tiny Portuguese towns. The estimated daily costs in Portugal are between 35 to €50.